I was driving a rig out of Texas, full loaded and bound for Chi, taking my pleasure so freely, just good love and rambling man. Oh, I had quite a way with the ladies, Sweet Daddy was my middle name, till it got to a place they called Denver, and ain't never been quite the same. I've been to St. Louis and Abilene, I've wandered through many a town, but I got me a woman in Denver, Lord, that's where I'm settling down. Now, all you young fellas take warning, you single men run for your lives. Be careful and stay out of Denver, or else you'll wind up with a wife. You'll walk down the street unsuspecting, and you won't believe what you see, 'cause the prettiest gals live in Denver, Lord, you'll end up happy like me. I've been to St. Louis and Abilene, I've wandered through many a town, but I got me a woman in Denver, Lord, that's where I'm settling down. I got me a woman in Denver, Lord, that's where I'm settling down. See them tumbling down, pledging their love to the ground. Lonely but free I'll be found, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. Cares of the past are behind, nowhere to go but I'll find just where the trail will ride, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. I know when night is gone that a new world's born at dawn. I'll keep rolling along, deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. I know when night is gone that a new world's born at dawn. I'll keep rolling along, deep in my heart is a song. On the range I belong, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds.
Welcome to Studio 6 and a visit with OK Chorale. And the next time we do this show, Bob, I'm going to wear a hat and I'm going to wear some boots where you can get up like this. How are you doing?
Good. Doing good.
Good to have you with us.
Thank you.
We haven't featured this music before on this show, and so it's really good to have this. I was thinking there was a time where they called it country and western music, and there were country and western charts. And so what is the history of this music?
Well, first of all, there's really no such thing as country and western. There's country and there's western. Totally different thing.
But they put it together. They had C&W charts, right?
That's right, exactly.
So I guess you had Bob Wills and Ernest Tubb on the same chart.
Yeah, you could do that very well.
And Sons of the Pioneers in the midst.
Exactly, exactly.
So what makes this music different?
Well, of course, we're folk musicians more than we are just western musicians, but the western songs actually started in the in the 1930s with the movies, and the Roy Rogers and Gene Autry and all of those guys came along, and then the Sons of the Pioneers joined Roy Rogers in the movies, and that's where most of this came from.
So it goes back in the 30s then.
Yeah.
They drew this for the movies then from what source? Was this music being performed outside the movie sets, or did the movies kind of really showcase this or generate this?
Movies actually showcased it, but then the Sons of the Pioneers became a really popular group in that period of time. And they were doing concerts just like all the groups today are doing.
Doing concerts, all right.
They still have a show in Branson, I think.
So what sets this apart? The harmony, the theme?
You really don't hear much harmony in today's music. This is kind of an unusual thing for us. We have three-part harmony, and it's pretty close harmony most of the time. But these two guys that play guitar play so well, they cover up any mistakes that we make.
Okay, that's it. So when the Sons of the Pioneers took this out on their own, then they built their own career apart from the movies and their own record. I remember Tumbling Tumbleweeds. And all this stuff. My parents had that album.
Well, they had a lot of hit songs during that period of time, and of course their legend has gone on and on and on. As I said before, they have a show in Branson now.
Okay.
Of course, they have to wheel them out.
Who was, other than the movies and the which is kind of that cowboy setting, or that fictitious cowboy setting, I guess, what gave this, then who was writing this stuff then, composing this stuff?
Mostly the guys in the group. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, there were 2 or 3 guys in there that wrote most of the songs that they sang.
Are they the group with which most people would be familiar that performed this? Are there others from which you draw material? Or?
Well, there are others. Of course, the Ghost Riders, or Riders in the Sky, I guess they are the other group that's east of the Mississippi. And there's several groups now that are west of the Mississippi, but mostly you hear them out in Tucson, that area.
Okay. Well, it's a very, very different type of music, and it's a reminder, I guess, in those days, as it is now, you like top 40 charts used to be, you'd hear everything from, the Beatles to Aretha Franklin or something on the same charts. And in those days, I guess that country and western was about the only way they could categorize this. But like I said, the Sons of the Pioneers and Ernest Tubb and Bob Wills and whomever, all sharing the same charts, though they were doing very, very different types of music.
Correct.
Anyone still doing this? I mean, I don't know of anyone that's doing this on the scale that they did at that time. It's more of a, it's people such as yourself that are doing this to preserve it, I guess.
Well,
right?
there is a Western Music Association that has an annual meeting out in Tucson, or out in the West somewhere, and it's a pretty big organization.
Okay.
But mostly the Western music is in the West. You hardly ever hear it over here.
Okay, so it's
unless it's the Riders in the Sky or us.
Okay.
We're about the only groups.
All right. Well, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
We're going to find out about the group,
pleasure.
and we're going to step out of the way and let this continue. This is Studio 6, and this is the OK Chorale.
Well, early in the morning, about the break of day, I asked the Lord, help me find my way.
Help me find the way.
Help me find the way
To the promised land.
to the promised land.
This lonely body
This lonely body
needs a helping hand.
needs a helping hand.
I ask the Lord, won't you help me please find the way?
When the new days are dawning, bow my head in prayer. I pray the Lord, won't you lead me there?
Won't you guide me safely
Safely,
to the golden state?
golden
This
stairs.
lonely body,
Let this body
your burden share.
your burden share.
I ask the Lord, won't you help me please lead me there?
When the judgment comes, finds the world in shame. When the trumpet blows, won't you call my name? When the thunder rolls and the heavens rain and the sun turns dark,
Never shine again.
never shine again. When the thunder rolls, won't you call my name? Call my name.
Franny Smith, host of E+ TV6 cooking show At Home on the Range. Our show features some of Jackson's best cooks, regular folks just like you and me that enjoy home entertaining and sharing their culinary skills. Join us each week as our guests share favorite family recipes, tips for entertaining, and delicious fare from the natural gas kitchens at Kaufman's Home Furnishings and Appliances. Have fun with local folks who are going to help you feel more at home on the range.
I can't imagine how a child would feel if they felt like they were just voiceless in the world. I imagine that they feel like there's no hope. So to be an advocate for a child, to speak on behalf of their best interest, gives them just the assurance that someone is looking out for them. Someone really wants them to be healthy and to be safe. And that's what CASA can do for kids.
Become a voice. Become a voice for children in court.
Give me a voice.
Give me a voice.
Give me hope.
Utility infrastructure often coordinates with streets and highways. Much of the work performed by utility crews is done in proximity to traffic. Tennessee has added utility crews to the mandated clearance for emergency and law enforcement personnel. When lights are flashing, crews are working, traffic should move over an additional lane. If a lane gap is not available, traffic should slow. The Jackson Energy Authority thanks the drivers of Jackson for your cooperation in Move Over Tennessee, promoting the work and safety of JEA personnel.
Eyes like a morning star, cheeks like a rose. Laura was a pretty girl, heaven only knows. Weep only little rains, whale winds wail, all along the Colorado Trail. Laura was a laughing girl, smiling all the day. Laura was my darling girl, now she's gone away. Weep all ye little rains, whale winds wail, all along the Colorado Trail. Ride all the lonely nights, ride through the day. Keep the herd a moving on its way. Weep all ye little rains, whale winds wail, all along the Colorado Trail. All along the Colorado Trail. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home, a band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Well, if you get there, Lord, before I do.
Coming for to carry me home.
Tell all my friends I'm coming there too.
Coming for to carry me home. Why don't you swing down, sweet chariot, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got home on the other side. Why don't you swing, 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 swing?
Jordan River, Lord, is wide and cold. Chills the body, but it warms the soul. Brothers and sisters on the other side, I can't wait for that heavenly ride.
Why don't you swing down, sweet chariot, stop and let me ride? Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, calm and easy.
I got home on the other side. I got home on the other side.
Up in the morning, out on the job, work like the devil for my pay, while that lucky old son has got nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Fuss with my woman, toil for my kids, work till I'm wrinkled and gray, while that lucky old son ain't got nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Good Lord above, don't you know I'm pining, tears all in my eyes. Send down that cloud with a silver lining, show me paradise. Show me that river, lead me across, wash all my troubles away, while that lucky old son ain't got nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. Good Lord above, don't you know I'm pining, tears all in my eyes. Send down that cloud with a silver lining, show me paradise. Show me that river, lead me across, wash all my troubles away. Like that lucky old son, give me nothing to do but roll around heaven. Why don't you roll around heaven? Roll around heaven. Why don't you roll around heaven? Roll around heaven all day, all day.
For the best entertainment experience, speed, reliability, and service are all important. So get the best of all three with E+ Broadband. Our fiber optic network delivers internet service at the speed of light. Today, we need true high-speed connections for videos, pictures, and other large files, because we do more than just check email. Our tiered speeds can help you choose what fits you and your budget. From getting you connected to a friendly voice on the phone, you can count on us. E+ Broadband, 422-7500.
There are heroes.
My dad fixed things for everyone.
Whose names we never hear, reaching out to help their fellow man.
And me?
There are dreamers.
Well, I just held the light.
Who are making dreams come true, taking time to teach children, there's nothing they can't do. All it takes is a point of light.
Over the years, we fixed things for friends we knew and some we didn't. He was teaching me more than just how to fix things.
And you try to make it right.
Teaching by example.
You will be
Pass it on.
a point of light.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Jackson, Tennessee is where baseball players, beauty queens, heroes, and legends are all connected. When country connected with the blues in Jackson, the sound was heard around the world. Jackson is not just one attraction, it's a whole package. When visitors come to Jackson for sports or a conference, they find there's something for the whole family. Great places to eat, great places to shop, fun things to do, and interesting things to learn. So spread the word. Tell your friends and family to visit Jackson. It all connects here.
Welcome back into Studio 6 and a visit with OK Chorale. And this is a different type of music.
It is.
I don't know what happens at the Mississippi River, but something changes, doesn't it?
Absolutely does.
It
yeah.
does. Now, I know you guys will resist this comparison, but I was thinking about Gary Nunn and Jerry Jeff Walker and Ray Wiley Hubbard and all these guys. They had some alcohol and amplification to this, but you can still tell Texas honky-tonk music is different than the other stuff.
Well, there is a Texas swing music.
Yeah,
and
there is.
And we're going to do a Texas swing number in a little
Okay.
bit. But that is a different type of music.
It is a different type of music, but there's you feel that there's just something different about this, and the way the harmonies are constructed, the instrumentation. So it is. I don't know what that river does, but Mississippi River changes something.
It does
about
absolutely.
us. And the further west you go, I guess the more you feel it. We're talking with Bob Shuttleworth and the members of the OK Chorale. How did this start?
Well, actually, the OK Chorale started, I think, around 1983, 1984. The original members were Ken, who's over here on the bass,
Okay.
and Cecil Cravens and
right.
Gene Davenport.
Okay.
They started out as a trio and eventually added, I think, Ron Cantor to the group, and he stayed for a while, and he left, and Jerry Elston came in and stayed with the group for a while.
Right.
And he left, and I came with the group, and they couldn't run me away.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So
it
there's-
has quite a history then.
It does. It does. We limped along for a while, but we have finally come to our own, and we're enjoying what we're doing now a whole lot.
Okay.
But let me introduce the guys
Yeah,
to you
right.
so you'll know. On my left here is our bass player and the only real cowboy in the group, Ken Warren.
Okay.
He's a physician here in town.
Okay.
Ken owns a string of 7 horses and works with them every day and enjoys that. So we're happy to have Ken was one of the original.
And he was the original member of this. Okay.
And on the far end over there
Yeah.
is John LeCroy. He's our newest member. I wouldn't say he's our youngest member, but he's our newest member. And he plays really good guitar. We're happy to have him. Next to him is a guy that we searched for a long time. I was playing guitar at the time and just wasn't strong enough to carry the group. So we invited Dennis Bumgarner to come in, and he has added so much to us. We really appreciate what he does. And then over here, next to you, is Larry Smith, who is a financial advisor here in town and sings baritone for us, does a great job. And then there's me, I'm Bob Shuttleworth, and together we're the OK Chorale.
Okay. Now, when did you get involved with this kind of music? You sing, but you don't. Okay, step up here a second. Because, I mean, I've heard you sing, but never any of this. I wouldn't have thought about you doing this.
Neither did I. But I'm enjoying it. I've always liked Western swing, Texas swing, and cowboy music. So I, kind of liked it, but I never dreamed I'd be singing it.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. So
it's fun.
So how long has this configuration been together then, Bob?
Well, I guess Larry, John was the last one, and he's been with us close to a year, I think.
Okay, all right.
Larry's been with us probably, 3 years maybe?
Okay.
So together we've been, actually, if you want to say this configuration, probably a year.
Any of the former members ever come back with you, or
No, we don't allow them.
No, once you leave, that's it.
Once you leave, you're out of here, man.
Okay, so I guess that's understood then. Okay, so you get no leave of absence
That's
from this
exactly
group.
right.
Okay,
Exactly right.
Well, that's quite a history. You perform how often or where? What's the demand for this music?
Actually, we perform for parties and receptions and any kind of concert. We can provide a concert, and we don't sing that often because most of us are still working.
Okay.
I say most of us. Some of us are still working.
Okay.
Some of us are retired. But it's kind of difficult sometimes to work around working schedules. A lot of people want us to sing on a Thursday or a Tuesday, and we just can't do it a lot of times. But we would like to sing on the weekends, and we would invite anybody to contact us and let us sing for you.
Okay. The OK Chorale, it's a real pleasure to have them with us. This is a very, very different thing than we have done before. Good. It is very, very unique music, so it's a great presence. Appreciate you being here. We're going to get back to it. This is Studio 6, and this is the OK Chorale.
An old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. On a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw a-plowing through the ragged skies and up a cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh, ghost riders in the sky. Faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught 'em yet, 'cause they got to ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride, don't hear their cry. Yippee-yi-yi, yippee-yi-oh. In the sky. As the riders loped on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell or riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride, trying to catch that devil's herd across these endless skies. Yippee-yi-yi, ghost riders in the sky, ghost riders in the sky, rolling, 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 though the streams are swollen, keep them doggies rolling rawhide through wind and rain and weather, hell-bent for leather, wishing my gal was by my side. All the things I'm missing, good victuals, love and kissing, waiting at the end of my ride. Move 'em on, head 'em up, move 'em on, move 'em on, head 'em up, rawhide.
Ride 'em in, cut 'em out, ride 'em in, cut 'em out.
Ride 'em in rawhide, ride 'em in rawhide, ride 'em in rawhide. Deep within my heart lies a melody, a song of old San Antone, where in dreams I live with a memory, beneath the stars all alone. It was there I found, beside the Alamo, enchantment strange as the moon up above, that moonlit pass that only she would know. Still hears my broken song of love. Moon in all your splendor, know only my heart Call back my rose, rose of San Antone. Lips so sweet and tender, like petals falling apart. Speak once again of my love, my own. Broken songs, empty words I know, still live in my heart all alone. And that moonlit pass by the Alamo, and rose, my rose of San Antone.
Take it, man.
Moon in all your splendor, know only my heart. Call back my rose, rose of San Antone. Lips so sweet and tender, like petals falling apart. Speak once again of my love, my own. Broken songs, empty words I know, still live in my heart all alone. And that moonlit pass by the Alamo, and rose, my rose of San Antone. Rose of San Antone, rose of San Antone.
I'd be more than satisfied if I could catch some train and ride. Well, when I reach Atlanta, Lord, with no place to go, make me a pallet on your floor.
Make me a pallet on your floor. Make me a pallet on your floor. Make it soft, make it low, so my good gal would never know. Make me a pallet on your floor.
These blues are everywhere I see. Lord, these worried blues are everywhere I see. I got blues, they're all around me. Lord, they're everywhere I see. Ain't nobody got these blues like me.
Make me a pallet on your floor. Make me a pallet on your floor. Make it soft, make it low, so my good gal would never know. Make me a pallet on your floor.
Come all you good time friends of mine. I said now, come on all you good time friends of mine. Well, when I had a dollar, Lord, you treated me so fine. Where'd you go when I only had a dime? Here we go.
Make me a pallet on your floor. Make me a pallet on your floor. Make it soft, make it low, so my good gal would never know. Make me a pallet on your floor. Make it soft, make it low, so my good gal will never know. Make me a pallet on your floor.
What's a Tennessee vacation? It starts off like any road trip, and then, boom, adventure and thrills everywhere you look, which happens to be some of the most beautiful scenery in the country. Music here, history there, and all kinds of green in between. Come relax and unwind, or bring the crowd for some stargazing, or stargazing. Whatever you do, come hungry and expect an awesome soundtrack. It's all right here in Tennessee. We're playing your song. For a free vacation guide, visit tnvacation.com.
When every moment matters and a hand reaches out, when a life is saved,
When heartbreak turns to hope, you're there through the American Red Cross. Use this moment to join us today.
Hi, I'm Steve Bowers.
And I'm Cassandra Fuller.
And we welcome you to the set of Six in the City. You know, Cassandra, I was thinking we've done over 300 of these shows in this studio.
That is amazing. The best part about it is we feature local people, local events, local places, and even local entertainment.
It is true local television, and we invite you to join us Tuesday at 2 live or on replay for our very next Six in the City.
Here we go. We're gonna make some juice.
It's gonna be good.
She's excited. A little bit of kale.
Please don't put this on line.
I'm putting it all over the line.
It's wet. It needs something. No, it'll go.
Don't break my juicer. Looks good.
You ready to try it?
Come on, baby.
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
It's okay.
Okay, all right.
They might surprise you.
She took another sip. You saw it?
Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
The pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses fallen. It's you must go and I must die. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. It's I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. It's I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so.
Studio 6 featuring the OK Chorale. It's been a real pleasure.
It's been our pleasure.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Thanks for having us.
Well, I appreciate taking time to do this.
It's nice to be had.
Okay, it's as we've talked about, it's very different. Just a reminder of how broad the musical base in this country of ours is, that it incorporates so many things. And like we talked about, if you missed it earlier, I hope you can catch us, but a lot of this was popularized in the movies, cowboy movies of the 30s and 40s. And
Correct.
all these people that did this. And did it for stage, I guess, and screen, but it caught on and propelled
Around
career.
the campfire, they'd have the guitars that and they never were on their horseback, but somehow the guitars just showed up. Must have been in the wagon.
And I'm sure, I really don't know what the music of the Old West was, but I somehow doubt that Roy Rogers and Gene Autry captured that. but the Hollywood presentation of it
more like Buffalo
did
Gals,
work.
won't you come out tonight?
Something. But it's hard to see Wyatt Earp and them gathering around and doing this stuff. But it has worked well. It lingers, and we've talked about it preserved by people that like this and are dedicated to its preservation. And you wonder, when they go through when music goes through these forms, if there'll ever be a point where it lines up and somebody new does this. Every once in a while, music will resurface, gets rediscovered and gets popular again.
It's amazing to me because I'm finding out that when we sing for children, they really like this music.
Okay.
The baby boomers don't give a rip. But,
okay. But children,
but children love it, and people our age like it. So I think children, if they catch on, we'll have some groups coming along.
Okay. Well, it's like I guess you put it in its context, and you can appreciate it. It's just reminded, like I said, I don't know what that Mississippi River did, but it changed things when people went west, and you can feel it reflected in that. Like I said, Texas honky tonk music is different than others. It's got its own base.
That's right.
But it's been a real pleasure. Glad that you guys are together. Appreciate you taking time to do this. This has been a real special treat. And the great thing about being on in Studio 6 is you get to stay here forever.
That's right.
That's right. Hopefully your great-grandchildren will see you on TV one of these days. But it's a great thing. Thank y'all for doing this.
Thank you.
And we're going to step out of the way and continue Studio 6 with the OK Chorale.
Every day along about evening, when the twilight's beginning to fade, I ride through the slumbering shadows along the Navajo Trail.
When it's night and crickets are calling and coyotes are making a way, by the flickering fire along the Navajo Trail. How I love to lie and listen to the music of the wind strumming a sagebrush guitar, while over yonder hill the moon is rising. It always finds me wishing on a star. Well, what do you know? It's morning already. There's a dawning so silver and pale. It's time to climb into my saddle and ride the Navajo Trail. How I love to lie and listen to the music of the wind strumming a sagebrush guitar, while over yonder hill the moon is rising. It always finds me wishing on a star. Well, what do you know? It's morning already. There's a dawning so silver and pale. It's time to climb into my saddle and ride the Navajo Trail. How I love to lie and listen to the music of the wind strumming a sagebrush guitar, while over yonder hill the moon is rising. It always finds me wishing on a star. Well, what do you know? It's morning already. There's a dawning so silver and pale. It's time to climb into my saddle and ride the night. Navajo Trail. Yes, it's time to climb into my saddle and ride the Navajo Trail. Do 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 do. Water, water. All day I face the barren waste without the taste of water. Cool water, water. Old Dan and I, with throats burned dry and souls that cry for water. Water, cool water, clear water, water, water. The nights are cool and I'm a fool. Each star's a pool of water. Cool water, water. And with the dawn I'll wake and yawn and carry on to water, water. Cool water, clear water, water. Keep a-moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's the devil, not a man. He spreads the burning sand with water, water. Dan, can't you see that big green tree where the water's running free, waiting there for you and me? Water, cool water, clear water, water. The shadows sway and seem to say, tonight we'll pray for water. Cool water, water. And way up there he'll hear our prayer and show us where there's water, water. Cool water, clear water, water, water. Keep a-moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's the devil, not a man. He spreads the burning sand with water, water. Dan, can't you see that big green tree where the water's running free, waiting there for you and me?